Hello everyone. I just thought I'd check in this evening, say hi. How's everybody doing? What are you up to besides maybe getting ready for the holidays? Um, yeah, I didn't really have a planned discussion or whatever you want to call it. No real content, so to speak, as far as showing you much of anything. I'm just finishing up my salad, drinking water because I learned you're not supposed to have milk with salad. Supposedly it slows down digestion. Let's see. Made it to church this morning. Had a little bit of lunch with a friend, and then took my friend shopping to get some goods for the week. We went and robbed my pantry at my house a little bit, and then I found out I didn't have some of those things, so I need to replace things in my pantry and take care of myself too. Haha. I guess I've lost track of things since being sick the last month, and then my dad passed away, you know, and then now my husband is in the hospital. He's having chest pains, and they were going to go, they decided, in the left wrist to check the left side out because that's where he's having his chest pains, and he has a leaky valve, I think, on that side, they said. Now, so they decided he's holding so much water, they're going to go in the right vein and check the right side because he started having a little bit of chest pain on this side yesterday, but then it subsided and went away, so we don't know. It's usually upon exertion or something that this happens. But in the meantime, we've been separated for a long time, and then we finally started getting a little closer to each other, helping each other out with things because he didn't really have anybody. And then, of course, where he lived, he had some friends. I got lint somehow, probably just changed the laundry over, got lint on my black jeans. He had some friends moved in next door, and then he became like best buddies with the gentleman, and he was like a brother to him. Well, him and his wife recently moved up to Michigan. So then the next other guy that lived next door to him, he moved to Indiana, which leaves one younger feller a couple doors down. He's about 50. Well, my husband's about 77. So he'd be more like a son to him. But he was kind enough to drive me down to see him at the hospital yesterday. And we thought some other folks were going to see him today, but evidently no one showed up. So it's a good thing I called and checked on him twice today. So they are scheduling the catheterizations tomorrow, but we don't know what time. So I don't know what time to go down. And the younger... Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, that was interesting. I wasn't expecting... My phone just decided to slide into not third base or home. Good thing it didn't go right off the table. But yeah, the young man's name is Kyle, and he said if he could check his work schedule, if he was able, he'd take me down tomorrow. However, my husband decided that depending on how long it takes me to get ready when they decide to have the surgery, and by the time we would drive that far, it would probably all be done and over with, and not to be in a big hurry. If I can get there, I can get there, that's fine. But otherwise, if I can't get there, not to worry about it. And we live, I'd say, at least an hour from where the hospital is. So, there's that. So, my curiosity is, you can tell I'm holding water a little bit myself. So, well, and I haven't been sleeping, so I got baggy eyes too. So anyway, yeah, it's been a rough month or so. So my curiosity is when people watch my videos, I'm wondering how many are actually watching the videos all the way through, because no one's ever answered my questions or offered any comments of like the 65 and over crew. So you've retired, you're on Medicare, or you're semi-retired, you're on Medicare, whatever. But what do you do with your time? Are you volunteering anywhere? Are you working on crafts, chefing? What other hobbies are there? People like to do woodworking, carving wood, etching, maybe making your own preserves to sell. Gosh, I can think of a lot of things, but right now I'm tired, so I can't think of too many things. Sewing, quilting, needlework, writing your own book even. I don't know. There was a young man at a show not too long ago who had his books, had a table set up and was showing us I think it was a kid's book. So I like to go to these different shows. Do you like sell anything? I forget what it's called, a certain type of marketing, but where you represent a company and sell their stuff. Like there's a jewelry company, or cleaning products, pots and pans, or cooking products. What do you like to do with your downtime? What are your hobbies? Do you have any other interests? Do you think you'll ever go back to work full-time, or are you happy where you are? But I was looking for suggestions. Like, what, now that my dog's passed away and winter's here, we're not walking. I'm not walking the countryside now. So that content section is over unless I fill it with some shenanigans from my cat. So just wondering, what kind of content would you like to see on here? So I'm like content idea empty right now. And I know I used to do workouts, and I could record some workouts, or dancing, or hobbies. Like I'm starting on this, but I'm not done with this. But you know, I can show you progression pictures of something. But if it's like a name brand thing, I don't know how much you're allowed to share or not share without getting permission from the original artists, etc., or companies. So I don't see me as using that content. If I do anything, it's going to have to be me from scratch, from the heart. And maybe it's because what I'm going through right now that I can't think of anything. Like maybe it's just because I need more sleep, less things going kind of crazy wacko in my life right now. Things need to settle down. And then of course there's the holidays, so maybe I shouldn't get too anxious about it. Come January, we'll come up with something. So I might just get on here every day or so, just touch base. Y'all can let me know what you're doing. You know, y'all can tell me what's going on in your life. I'll check to see if I have any activity and try to respond to any questions you might have, or suggestions, or just even reminiscing, or thinking, what's it like to be a retired lady at 65 plus? Do you go out? Do you go out singing? Do you go out dancing? Both. Do you go to quilt clubs? Do you belong to a writer's group or a reading group at the library? So I'm trying to think of different things people do. Oh yes, I just started talking to my husband's sisters I haven't seen talk to in a couple decades probably. And one of them just loves bingo, goes to bingo. And one's more into doing things with her church, Bible study, group, dinners, I don't know. So if you have any favorite things of your own that you do, or things you do avidly that you feel like you're contributing still, like, you know, we're not working. I feel like in a way I'm not working. Excuse me. That was totally unplanned, of course. I don't know what got to me. A pepper, I guess. Got to my sinuses, maybe. I've got a washer dryer thing running back there, but I don't think it was the dust because it's like quite a ways back. But I am sitting by a vent right here by the table. Yeah, I'm allergic to dust. How I ever got through with my long-haired doggy and my short-haired kitty, I don't know, but I managed. But I have allergies to anything with hair, fur, feathers, whatever. Dust, dander, dust mites are my worst allergy offenders. I don't know. So much, so much, so much. But if we have these chats, or just if I post something and then you respond to them in, you know, the reply section or whatever, comment section, what are some things you like talked about? You know, are you busy? Are you not busy? Are you able to get out and move around? Are you a shut-in? I'd still like to go, if I can find someone to go with me, I'd still like to go do the quilt trail. And I might have a couple friends willing to do that with me. I still have stuff in the camper van to make it like a camper van, but I really don't think we would camp out or sleep out in the van in this cold weather. So probably if we did any traveling or anything during winter, we would probably stop at a bed or breakfast or something. That would be more interesting than just a hotel motel or I don't know. I really don't know, and I don't know where their heads or hearts are at. Like maybe they like to go somewhere and do something. Maybe they don't want to leave home or their town or state or whatever. You never know about people, how adventurous they might be, or how like really just homebodies, just happy at home bodies, you know. The older we get, sometimes, you know, we have health problems. Maybe we don't want to get out and about. Maybe we don't want to take chances getting exposed to, you know, cold, flu, strep, or whatever. This last thing that I had it wasn't COVID or the flu, just upper lower respiratory. It started with a sore throat, but I didn't end up with strep, so I was very fortunate. And I just can't think of anything. I mean, I still have my logs and my notebook from where I did my specialized diet after I did some research and lost that 40 pounds in 14 months. Needless to say, went to the fair and started cheating, and been cheating a little here and there, and I've probably gained 10 or 15 back, so salad again. I really need to eat 2 salads a day. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I'd really like to have not the veggie salad, but like a fruit salad. You know how you do field greens, and then you do your berries, bananas, maybe a slice of peach, something like that with raspberry vinaigrette, and have one for breakfast. Then have a nice meal for lunch. You know, meat, potatoes, whatever, bread. And then the veggie salad at night. It seems like just the perfect type of a mix. Maybe a little yogurt parfait, something healthy that way. I kind of gave up on ice cream. I'm thinking, trying not to eat pies, cakes, cookies and stuff. We get enough of that every now and then when there's the birthdays and the holidays and such. And this Thanksgiving, I didn't even eat more than just that one main plate. And it looked like a lot, but it was like 3 or 4 tablespoons of 5 or 6 different things. A little bit of ham and a little bit of turkey and, you know, stuffing. And that was enough for me. I just really didn't feel like I needed any more than that. And my dessert, instead of getting 4 or 5 like pieces of pie or cake or whatever, it was like half that many of different ones, but everything was like about half what it used to be back in the day. You know, I don't want to get my blood pressure up. I don't want to be on blood pressure meds, and I don't want high cholesterol. I don't want to be on cholesterol meds. What else is there? The sugar thing, you got to worry about type 2 diabetes, so I don't want that. And see, heart disease and diabetes runs in my family, and high blood pressure, of course, hypertension, stress, anxiety. Trying to think of all the things that's inherited, like in the genes or whatever. I think all the lung problems and the lung cancer and the, what do you call, emphysema, stuff the guys would get if they worked in factories or whatever and breathed too much dust and stuff. For some reason, I'm just almost burned out on my salad. I'm still trying to eat it. It takes me almost an hour to eat a good salad. But I've been kind of in a mood, as you can imagine, after being really sick, coughing and hacking and whatever. for a month, and then the dog dying and dealing with her and taking care of her, and then now this. I'm not sleeping well. I only slept like 2 hours before I woke up last night, and then I was awake about 4 hours, and then went back to sleep for 2 or 3, and I'm lucky I even made it to church this morning, and at that I ended up 30 minutes late, but it was alright. I mean, they're used to me rolling in. I shouldn't say rolling in, but they're used to me, since going through a lot of health issues, showing up half hour late or 15 minutes late or 10 minutes late or whatever. I've been on time and early just a few times on my better best days, but that was before September, or the fair is about when I started really starting to slow down. I got something, I don't know what, but it was when we had the, when they had Hurricane Helene, and then some of that came up north and hit us, and we were having the fair, and so the first day volunteering at the gates was pretty blustery, rainy, and got really nasty, and then eventually we just went home. And then it was just kind of raining the next day, and by the end of the week it got a little bit better, but the temps were also cold and damp. That didn't do anyone any favors. But we still tried to have a little fun. Got to watch a little bit of horse show, and let's see, what did we get to do besides walk the fairgrounds? Oh, you know how you walk through all the business booths, merchant buildings and such. We got to do that and sign up for a lot of freebies, and I won a nice little journal from one, and my friend actually won this basket with about $200 worth of really nice goods in it, and she was tickled to death. She really was. And I was so happy for her, and it was so great. And I got pictures, but they don't want, me showing them on or YouTube or whatever. I'd have to really get their permission. But she really loved it. I'm trying to think if anything else has been going on the positive side instead of the dreary stuff. It's been a pretty long, just trying to get through life month. Let's see, one of the granddaughters had a birthday, and then we had a baby shower. We've got a baby shower coming up, I think. A gender reveal. I think we had a gender reveal, not a baby shower. But we're having a baby shower coming up, I think. Or no, they had it. I was too sick. I didn't get to go. Actually, I just got the gift to them about a week ago. So, I guess now we're on Christmas. It's just, what we're doing for Christmas. And I think we're all just going to, we have such a big family. Just draw one name and just get together. Dinner and just hang out. Play games or something. And in a way, that's fine with me because it's about family more, Well, it's about Jesus first, and God's gift to us and for salvation, etc. The reason for the season. And then, of course, the season of lights, we like to decorate and have lights. It helps brighten things up when it gets dark at 5:30 and not daylight until, 7 or something? And then you get like 2 months of that. So that helps. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to probably just get off here and let you get back to whatever you were doing. I just can't think of anything else to share. But I'm just trying to come up with ideas for content, conversation, things like that. I need content, or I'll probably have to I'll fizzle out or something. I don't know. I don't want to, but at some point I'm going to be like, I feel like I really don't have anything to really offer. If I got back into my health and fitness, I'm a health and fitness nerd. Well, I was and still would be, should be. And I love music and dancing and karaoke. And I probably don't sound that good, and I probably don't dance that good anymore since all the health issues, but it's fun. And, you just do it for fun anyway. Heck, if we were really good, we wouldn't be where we are. We'd be somewhere else, making some big bucks, right? Let me know if you're quilting, designing anything, making anything out of wood or steel or Like, I've got the guts out of an old piano. Maybe I make a sculpture with those pieces and go down to the basement and see if any of my old art supplies are still any good, if I need to start throwing things away and replacing them a little at a time. Probably got $4,000 worth of paint, like embroidery paint and other art supplies, and the ceiling fell in and it's been just a big mess and I haven't got to it. And then of course got busy living life again, and so I'm probably going to throw a lot of paint and sewing, exciting stuff, in the trash. I got 2 machines I'll need to work on, and what do you call, tune up and see if I can even get those working. One's an embroidery machine, the other is a serger. So I don't know if I can get those working. And my keyboard, I think I had like a 78 key keyboard, and it just finally, after the years, it just quit working. So I don't know if I can take that apart and look at it. I'd say, being down the basement though, and the basement floods every now and then, it's probably rusted. That happens sometimes. So let me know what you're doing, and I'll just give you an update every now and then, see how it goes. I'm just like, I'm used to doing something almost every day, and I feel weird, like something's missing if I don't get on here and say or do something. So I'm going to try to come up with some ideas, and if you have any suggestions, let me know. And in the meantime, love you all, and I hope you have a great week ahead.